You are voting tomorrow. The debate over Uber has not been very constructive this week, so I won't ask you how you'll vote. I'll just ask you, in an environment where it is the city's public policy, and rightly so, to discourage passenger vehicle use in New York City, and particularly in Manhattan, how does any black car company, what should their business model be in order to continue to do business in a city where passenger car growth should be slowing, not growing?
Yeah. So first, I think, as I said before, let's have as many conversations as we can about the important parts of our transit and public transportation infrastructure, try to use it as an opportunity to get a lot more people. If you didn't read Nicole's piece in the Room for Debate on the Times, go read it and put it out on your public media. Let's use this as an opportunity to push a debate about the conversations we want to have. Now, look, I like and use Uber. And I want that form of app-based hailing to succeed in New York City. We clearly need a new set of rules for the whole TLC system that allow for competition and innovation, that improve access and accessibility for street hails, for app hails, for cars. I'd like to be able to schedule a pickup. For people with disabilities, one small note here, I don't think that in the next 9 months or a year, Uber will outcompete all the yellows and eliminate them from New York City. But I think there's a real chance they could entirely outcompete the greens if we don't do anything. And today, green taxis in the outer borough are the only wheelchair accessible for-hire vehicles. Now, we could have wheelchair accessibility rules on our for-hire vehicles and Ubers, but we don't today. So that's just one example, and that doesn't even get to the workers. Obviously, this could be sort of a moot issue with workers if we had a system that provided benefits, worker supports, and worker protections for drivers regardless of which service they drove for, but we don't today. So the right answer, obviously, is to get those new rules written. I wish we had them. Another thing that Nicole was so good on is, the rules we have come from the Great Depression, when people lost their jobs and started driving taxis and there was too much congestion, and so we wrote a system to limit the licenses, and then once we did that, we effectively created a cartel. So then we had to regulate prices and wages in the way government regulates cartels, and that's still the system that we have. We need a new one. I wish we had the rules today. That would moot this question about what to do for the next 9 months or a year. There are real risks that if we don't do something now, even before we get those new rules, we will see Uber achieve some near monopoly. We could see the greens eliminated and lose the wheelchair accessible vehicles that we have. A whole lot of drivers could find it hard to continue to make a living. So my preference would be, let's get the new rules in place as fast as we can. If we need, I think that there is a good argument for limiting growth that is undermining the system till we get there. The right answer, though, is as quick as we can to get a new set of rules in place that will help address all the questions that you said and encourage transit more than, the goal is not to get more people into, for hire vehicles. And I'm delighted for carpooling over single occupancy, but I'd be a lot happier if where we had people was on much better subways, buses, ferries, and bicycles.